Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. I am doing good. Wish you all a very happy new year. Today I'm going to talk about my internet story. It's quite different from most of the people, the current generation especially. And even if I look into my generation also, was one of the very different person who could get access to internet at very young age or at the beginning when it came to India. This video should be interesting for most of you guys because the story is quite different compared to how it was or how it is currently. So just for your information, I am using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 to record this video. I've been doing some vlogs using this camera. 100% I'm not carrying my EOS R5 for this trip. Maybe I may carry for future trips, but for this trip I have not carried. I thought I'll do the complete vlogs, whatever I do in Kerala. So I started using internet in 1998. That was the time when internet was just opened to public in India, and that time there was one service provider called VSNL, Videsh Sanchar Nigam Limited, and I sent an application to get an internet connection. It's not like these days that you just go and buy it. I sent an application, a written form to VSNL Chennai. I was trying to get a connection in Trivandrum, Kerala. So I sent that, and the reason for me getting inspired or getting to know about internet was my cousin who was into the IT industry. He was into IT at a very beginning in India. If you look into that time, I think during 85, 86, he got his degree in information technology, and he was into IT. So he was the inspiration for me to get into uh, creating an internet cafe in a village in Kerala. So that happened in 1998, and I started using internet. So those days it was dial-up connection which they say is I think 28 kbps. The speed of the internet is 28 kbps, and you need to dial in and wait for that black screen to come and input your password, username, and wait for some maybe a minute or plus, and sometimes more than that, and 90% it doesn't get connected. Then I started waking up at 4 a.m. and try to get connected, and I used to get connected. So that was the status of internet in India. And when I started using internet, Google was not there. Google was not the search engine. We used to use search engines called Alta Vista, Excite, Lycos, Yahoo was there, Hotmail was there. Hotmail was the most popular. Yahoo was very widely used those days, and I registered my first domain in, I think, the year 2000, or before that maybe 99 or something. That was kishoreasokan.com, which I hosted on their own server. It was free of cost those days, and the company name was Network Solution, which still exists, but I think it's managed by somebody else. It's been sold to some other company. I lost that domain because I didn't renew it for some reason. I was not looking into my domains or these kind of things for a period of 3-4 years, during which I lost the domain and somebody else took it, and now it's put for sale. It's interesting. I have to pay some thousands of dollars to get that domain. It's quite old domain, but my domain asokans.com is more than 15 or 20 years old. I think 15 plus years old, and I've been using that for my emails and other things. My blog also is there. So I started this internet journey in 1998. I was running a sort of an internet cafe for people around that village. People used to come from faraway places. See, those days, to begin with, when I started my business in 1989, the best way of communication was landline connections. Then that was also when people used to come to my shop to do phone calls to their relatives. Everybody didn't have access to this landline also. So then came something called pagers. I think many people might not even have seen a pager. I used to use a pager. That was a system like a one-way SMS system, where you call the operator and tell them to pass on a message to a particular person or with a pager number, and that even you can explain the situation, the operator would send a message to that person. It may be like, I think maybe one sentence or something like that. Mostly it would be call so and so, call so and so number, something like that. Continuing with the internet story, then slowly the internet service providers, like the private service providers, start coming up. Satyam. Then there was something called, I think, DTH or ETH, something like that, which was again a good service provider. So like that, things. Then the internet speed started changing. We started getting more stable internet. The private service providers were good, but it was very costly compared to the current things. See, the biggest change what I see for the current generation and ourselves, we were the people who did schooling without internet. We didn't have access to any information, even news or latest updates. For knowing more about a particular topic, we need to go to library or find people, write to them. And those days there are no emails. Can you just imagine? Suppose I wanted to understand something about something related to my studies, I will have to talk to my seniors, one thing, or I would have to find somebody, some teachers or professors who can explain things to me. That was the only way how things used to work those days. Nowadays you just take your mobile phone and you start getting all the information instantly. You don't have to, you are always connected. Okay, now after that what happened was, as mobile phones started coming, and there was no internet for the mobile phone. Initially it was just you could get a call, receive a call, make a call. For receiving the call also you need to pay money. For making a call also you need to pay money. Then came SMS. Then started the first internet connection which I used was using my first smartphone. That was a Windows smartphone which used a dial-up in a mobile phone. Can you imagine? I used to make a dial-up connection, create a dial-up connection, and then make a call, and then internet used to get connected, and I can check my emails. So that was how internet started on smartphones. Then things started improving. Now we have 5G. Now we have very fast connectivity, and everything is online now. For example, when earlier we had to make a payment, only cash payment or check or DD, and not even bank transfers were very rare. When I started my business, the only way we make payments are check or cash. Mostly cash. People preferred cash payments. Checks were also good. Now we cannot imagine doing anything without internet. Internet is used for almost everything day to day. See, can you just imagine not having internet to do day to day things, especially the communication? We are so connected with people around the world. It's so easy to talk to a person in US. It's so easy to make a payment to a person in anywhere in India. The current UPI has come up really well. Even see, I really like now for taking a mobile connection. Now you don't even need a piece of paper. You go to the store, they take your picture. You don't need to stick the photo. You don't need to go to a passport photo taking place to get a printout of your passport photo. So things are rapidly changing, and I appreciate the current government for doing or taking things so good, so nicely, and making things easy for people. Actually, people are, even the old generation, even the older people who never used internet, are using internet for their day-to-day things. They are really enjoying the technology. So, and other big thing what I like in India now is that we are not behind. Earlier they used to say in Japan you already have where you can see and talk to the person over the phone. I couldn't believe when I heard this like 20 years back or 25 years back. But now we do that every day. We make our office meetings, we talk with people sitting around the world, have meet, Zoom meetings and other stuffs like that. So it's so interesting. Technology is growing very fast. Even see, I really um, love this technology because they are so useful for us. Now, for example, CCTV camera with a 5G SIM, you get live recordings, live view of streaming of videos of, suppose in my farm I'm going to install the CCTV with 5G. Actually, I'm just talking different companies, different vendors for the best solution for our farm. So I can sit anywhere in the world and I can see what's happening in the farm, right? That's so nice. It's not a new technology. I know that it's so. What I mean to say is, we never had anything like that like 20 years back, and we have come up so fast, so nicely, so good. For technology again being used good way, bad ways also. A lot of unethical things are done, and YouTube is something which I'm going to make a separate video. My journey on YouTube. See, let me tell you, I was a person who started blogging in maybe in during the 90s. I had my blog ready. I used to write. I used to even have lots of online programs. I used to make money online, not through YouTube. Those days, YouTube was just a platform where we can put some videos, and see, videos were not easy to be viewed those days because the speed of internet was not good actually. So very few people had access to high speed internet, and on mobile never we could see good videos. So never we used to think about hosting videos on YouTube, but mainly we were making money through affiliate marketing. Through there was something called Clickbank, and for me, I started getting payments on PayPal. There was no connection between PayPal and my Indian bank account initially, so I used to use that money to make payments or buy something. So it was not really cash for me. But later on, PayPal got connected with the Indian banks, and I could withdraw money. I used to sell WordPress plugins. I used to make quite good money online, and but again, for me, the YouTube journey, as far as monetization is concerned, it's not great because for many reasons. I'll talk about that completely in a detailed video which I'm posting very soon. I'm working on that. So internet has changed a lot, and for me, from the beginning, 1998 when I started using internet, and today how we use internet, it's completely different. The usage is completely different. Lots of applications have come in which we use for our day-to-day needs, and those days internet was sort of for a very few people, people who were in cities like Bangalore or Bombay or Delhi were using internet more, not people in villages. But I think Geo revolutionized the use of internet in India. They gave access to internet to every person with a smartphone at a very cheaper price. They lowered the data prices, and that's how we could get access to internet. We all, and the more people using, it's so good. Nowadays, I really like. I went to Kashmir on top of uh, like 13,000 feet. We get access to internet, and we are making payments through Paytm or Google Pay. UPI payments are being done. So it's so wonderful. So nice to see things going good, and I think we will be doing much better in coming years, especially India, the young generation. I'm very confident we have a very young generation who will take care of India very well, and we would be leading many things for the world. That's something. Then the space, we are doing great. Automobile, we are doing great. Companies like Mahindra, Tata Motors, and many will be coming. Ola is coming. I know Ola has a lot of people. I read the complaints, but I think Bhavesh has done a great job. He has made two-wheelers. I see Ola scooters being used in every cities now. It's without. He started selling it online. It's a big revolution actually. So hopefully this year would be great for all of us, and we all should work hard and make life better for everybody. That's all for now. Bye. Take care.